Welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we're on the Burning Crusade beta, and I figured I would show you what boosting looks like on a Paladin from 1 to 70, or 1 to 60 rather, with the level 70 Paladin in their pre-raid bisque gear. Come the Burning Crusade boosting characters, it's not going to change. Mages already do it. They do have the AoE nerf cap, but mages, we've already seen in previous videos, are still going to be able to boost, but I think just the amount of ease that a Paladin can do it, the Paladins are going to be the de facto class to boost. So whether you have a mage or a Paladin, I want to show you what it looks like on a Pally today in his pre-raid bisque gear. This is no tier 4, no raiding gear. This is strictly pre-raid bisque. I want to show you what I have just so you have an idea of maybe the character that you would create and how you'd be able to do this. But I've got my farming spec for like the Strat live gold farms at the moment. Nothing special here. I really didn't spec to boost. You don't really need to. And then my pre-raid bisque gear, I'll just hover over it real quick. This isn't all completely pre-raid bisque. There's a lot of substitutes for these items. Maybe Figurine of the Colossus is the most important one. In some of the later dungeons, RFC, you could probably do this naked, honestly. But yeah, I am at 62% avoidance, if that gives you an idea. Also, these two items, this boosting video is going to show you the usefulness of Skullflame Shield and Demon Forge Breastplate. I actually made a video testing these three items right here: Skullflame Shield, Lycan Guard, and Demon Forge Breastplate. There's a lot of controversy between whether or not Skullflame Shield is good, Demon Forge Breastplate, whether it's good. You should go check out the video I made on how much these things scale with spell power, their viability. I think they have great use cases. We've been saying this from the beginning, and in this boosting series, you're actually going to see Skullflame Shield shines more than ever in Scarlet Monastery rather than like the gold farms in Strat Live. So check out that video. Let's get started with this boost and see how Paladins really do it. Okay, so we're going to split RFC up into two different pools just because sometimes the mobs will get out of render distance and they'll reset. Some of the mobs like to reset even whenever they're in render distance. So you have, 12 minutes that we want to achieve. I'll show you the kill spot. It's going to be right here on the map. So whenever you are boosting people or your own alts, you're just going to have people come in, stand right here, and we'll have 2 kill spots for this. Let's time it, and we should be around 10 minutes on completing this clear. But yeah, I'll just speed through this, and then you can see what it looks like. Alright, as we get right here, you want to mana tap the Shaman. You got to make sure that they have mana. Jump down, we'll grab these two guys, and keep going around. Once you get in this room, these elementals, they're kind of like the oozes in Maradon. They like to reset during your runs. And so once we get these elementals grouped up right here, I like dropping rank 1 consecrates just to keep everybody leashed. So on cooldown, we'll just drop rank 1s. Hopefully you don't kill any of the mobs. But if you did, you should be close enough to the beginning of the instance that you're still going to get XP for everybody. Drop another rank 1. Alright, as you can see, the elementals did reset right here, so we missed a few. Yeah, for some reason, I haven't figured out how to get them all to stay here completely, but we should have all the trogs and the beginning mobs that we first pulled. Alright, so once you stop getting knocked down and you make it to this point, you just want to drop down. Hopefully you strafed good enough that you don't die from fall damage right here. And then you don't want the spellcasters to be able to hit you right here. So definitely LOS. Let them all come around. Get the rest of these guys, and then you can take them back to that initial kill spot. Yeah, so these humanoids don't like to reset as much as the first half of the mobs like to. But yeah, just stand here, consecrate. But if you do have to pick up some of the guys that despawned on that first pull, you've got enough time that you can just take them back to the front. Alright. If you really wanted to, this is close enough to the instance entrance that they'll be able to get XP from here. If you miss some of these trogs on the way back out. But yeah, you won't be hitting your instance recap time very soon at all, so it's not a big deal. By the time we get out, you're going to be right at that 5 instance cap limit. Okay, if you do decide to boost SFK, let me give you an idea of what it would look like, how much time it would take. And I do want to point out that I'm not using Skullflame Shield on my Demon Forge Breastplate. I also have a shield that doesn't have a Thorium Spike on, because I don't like the mobs dying halfway through the run. I wanted to make sure that they're all in one spot so that the boosties get all the XP that they need. But I'm pretty sure in SFK, no matter where a mob dies, if you're standing right here, you should get XP all the way around, the way this instance stacked on top of itself. But let's start the timer and see what this run looks like. You don't want to pull these Fell Steeds just because they stun, but you can kill them on the way out of the instance if you want to give like the boosties a chance at a bag or just the additional XP, but you don't want to pull them on the pull just because they'll stun you while you're running. That's why I have these curses. I did one before, and yeah, makes this pull kind of impossible. Yeah, I mean, at this level, a level 70 Paladin it isn't going to struggle with this at all. See, these guys are magic immune, but the bubble ends up falling off, and then they end up getting killed pretty easily. So we're at 5 minutes on this run here. SFK is pretty fast. Now let's go take a look at Stockades. Let's take a look at Stockades. I know in Classic right now, with level 60 Paladins, you have to separate this in 2 pulls. To make it really easy, you could use Demon Forge Breastplate. Skullflame Shield kind of kills half the instance just because it procs and deals fire damage to everybody. It ends up making the pulls a little bit messy, but if you don't want to invest in these items, I do want to show you how you can do this in 1 pull. So let's look at what the time looks like. So like right here, I got stunned and just hit from behind too much. I didn't strafe very well. We can just bubble, heal up to full, and then finish putting these groups together. If you don't have the figurine of the Colossus, this is what you would do. I could have just popped my trinket and healed to full with that. We should have enough mana here to end up killing these mobs. If not, I can put down a Blessing of Wisdom and Judge Wisdom and be just fine. Yeah, so on this kill phase, if you're hurting for mana, you're gonna get parry hasted like crazy. You can put up your Seal of Wisdom or your Seal of Light. Whenever you're not stunned, you should get some crazy mana regen. But yeah, just keep Consecrate down. Like I said, if you gotta pop that figurine of the Colossus, you can, but all these mobs die from Consecrate right away. And this is without those plus healing items, correct? We didn't have Red Aura on. I guess we could have had Red Aura on this whole time, but I kind of like the increased armor. I'm really not worried about killing the mobs any faster. But yeah, in 4 minutes, 50 seconds, you're able to kill everything. I do want you to check out the video. We're going to go to Scarlet Monastery next that I have in the description where I compare the Demon Forge Breastplate and the Skullflame Shield. We go over the use cases for these items. And yeah, this Lycan Guard that applies poisons would just kill the mobs even faster. So it shows you how easy it is to boost and just one-pull these dungeons as a paladin. Alright, so now that we're in Scarlet Monastery, we'll go ahead and look at Library. Maybe you'll add this into your Armory Cathedral clears, you know, just so you don't run into the 5-instance lockout. I know mages sometimes would, just doing Armory and Cathedral, and paladins clear this stuff just as quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lifesteal items on, and let's see what these 3 clear times look like. Alright, now that we're at the end here, some of the mobs like to reset and just run back to their spawn, so I'm going to get these guys grouped up and just start dropping rank 1 consecrates all the way back to the beginning of the instance. As you can see, some of them are already evading. I'm hoping that this consecrate is going to keep everybody leashed. Alright, so we got that first instance done in 4 minutes. If you're really just going for maximum XP, we're just going to go to the next dungeon. And hopefully we can get these next 2 pulls instance clears done within 4 minutes as well. Alright, same thing here. We're going to drop rank 1 Consecrates just to make sure we keep everybody leashed and these mobs don't reset. But yeah, you're going to want to drop this in the corners, basically on cooldown for those spellcasters coming around the corner. So we got these first 2 dungeons cleared in nearly 9 minutes. This will get us going perfectly into Cathedral. Trying to get 5 instance lockouts an hour. You might even just add library, you know, into 2 or 3 of your 1 hour lockouts is the way it looks right now. But let's finish up Cath and see what the time looks like. Alright, the nice thing about Paladins, you can just come in here and pull the entire room. And none of this instance resets, so it's pretty fun. I would recommend pulling the boss, and then just tab targeting, have Seal of Wisdom up, and then you can even judge Wisdom and put on Light, or go double Wisdom. But you're going to parry haste and get a million of these procs, so your mana is going to go up instantly. My health is almost full with Seal of Light, so you don't even need Figurine of the Colossus. I'm going to go double Wisdom on this guy. Just keep your Consecrate down, LOS around the pillars. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, so the boss is kind of a pain to kill. If you're just coming in here for XP, you probably just skip the boss right here. We're right at 13 minutes with those 3 dungeon lockouts, so you'll be at 14 by the time you get out of here. Alright, now we're in Stratholme. If you are boosting people in here, the minimum level required to get in here is level 45. So you could come in here after Scarlet Monastery, come straight here at 45. The XP is probably going to get better the higher level you get. It may not be great at the start, but if you have a Paladin, this would be a great spot to gold farm. Keep in mind, guys, this is pre-raid bisque gear, so I'm going to show you the entire trash part. We can do 5 lockouts within 1 hour, but the more gear you get, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6 gear, this is all pre-raid bisque on the beta right now. This, if you're going for an XP farm, is only going to get better with better gear. I have a video that shows this is 250 gold per hour if you want to check it out, how to do the pull. I talk about the gear. This is the same talent tree I used for those other pulls earlier. Now we actually have to try, so let's speed it up. And I actually don't like the lifesteal items, because if I put on Demon Forge Breastplate and Skullflame Shield, our avoidance goes down to 60%. But if I put both of these items back on, we go up to 65. And the Lycan Guard really helps. It does more damage than the Skullflame Shield does. Again, check out that video on these items that I made, and we explain it in further detail. But yeah, I really need this extra 5% avoidance with this current gear level. This won't be relevant once I have tier gear, but for now it is. Alright, let's do this. So that's the video. That's what it's going to look like with Paladins boosting 1 to 60 and TBC. I'm not a big advocate for it. Honestly, I wish Blizzard would nerf the XP gained by max level characters boosting a bunch of lowbies, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoyed at least what the boost meta is going to look like, or you like the video, the information that we put out, please give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that you get notified whenever we post a new video. Check out the Pally Bible series. We've got tons of different topics that we're talking about, different items, whether it's Skullflame Shield, Demon Forge Breastplate, Gold Farms and Strat Live, Reputation farms, prop paladin tanking. Definitely check out that series. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.